My name is Anthony Zoccola. I'm the project manager, or one of the project managers here at the Grid Lab, and I'm also the lab manager, so I look after all of the lab sections for our classes. We recently were working with our psychology department here and mainly East Carolina University to work on a more traditional game called Athmos that is a spaceflight simulator style game with like puzzles and things in it that is meant to help specifically the target audience that they were looking at and assisting was middle school aged boys with ADHD. So they're building that game to create better study habits and sort of organizational skills. And then we also have projects that are more VR oriented or are more immersive in general, where we'll have different types of 360 videos that will be playing back to people to they'll basically have some sort of like an emotional reaction to what type of thing we're showing, whether it be through creating empathy in doctors and nurses and things like that with their patients, to also just being able to train people better to be better at whatever job it might be. It's sort of proof of concept, but then also practical. Where some of these other departments that we're working with, like HCOM in that instance, where they're trying to help with training better, again, medical professionals and things like that. So it's a wide range of projects nonetheless, and there's a lot of things in between when we have student projects as well that are just sort of in-house like concepts and ideas that whether we're using our mixed reality course here in the space to create really an endless types of simulations where we can make you feel like you're walking through a spaceship, or I believe they're working on right now that is like what it's like to walk through the belly of a whale, like to kind of look around. So, but these are mostly student ideas that they're coming to us with it and saying, hey, I have this story I want to tell, and I want to do it immersively, and I want to show people like the impacts that they're having with the things that they're doing in life, and where we have a lot of the tools and abilities here and skills and such to actually create those things. So it's pretty cool. So I mean, when you say I have my own studio, do I have a basement? Yes, I have a basement that I call the studio that has podcast table and equipment and all that kind of stuff, and then computers and things like that. Obviously the pandemic has sort of shut the door for now, like in person, but again, because most of us are remote, like two of my key partners that I work with constantly are in the Philadelphia area where I'm originally from, so it's not like they're coming over to the studio anyway, so a lot of it is still done remotely. The in-person stuff was mostly for anybody here just based in Athens or whatever, so but one day I hope to open it back up again if and when all of this sort of calms down. If it's something to come here and virtual reality is your thing, we're going to do everything we can to make sure that you have the tools to be able to be successful really in that industry. And I think it's going to make a lot of the students that do come through here hot commodities when it comes to the job market, because even if it's something that it's not your main 100% focus, but it's just something that you get involved in and know something about, I think being able to take that to any future employer and say, hey, not only can I do the basic stuff, I can do this advanced stuff where I can create a virtual or augmented sort of environment for you and enhance your product even more. I mean, it's going to make you a hot commodity when you enter the job market. So